Okay, welcome back, guys. We're taking a look at this killer riff to the song Firepower by Judas Priest from the album of the same name in 2018. This was a big comeback album for them, and it's a killer album featuring none other than Richie Faulkner. Now, as of this recording of this video, Richie has just come through with major heart surgery, and he's on the mend, and he's doing great, and we are very grateful for that. Richie is such a killer player. Seems like a great guy, too. So I'm really happy he's okay. But this is a fantastic riff we're going to take a look at here. And it's heavy. You know, this album is really heavy and driving. And in no small part to Richie's playing and his contribution. So we'll take a look at that in a sec. Before we get going, make sure and grab the tab for this in the description down below, as well as my free sweet picking guide, Sweet Picking Boot Camp. All right. And what we're going to do here is tune down to E flat standard to play, so we can play along with the album. If you want to play along with me and the album, then you need to tune down a half step. And here's my low E string. Okay, so the riff is in the key of F sharp minor, and we're playing these little two-note chords, which are called dyads. But while we're doing that, we're also playing the second fret on the low E string like this. A little faster. Okay, but it's that going between the two while you're muting that second fret on the low E. So if I do it slow, now a couple things to notice. One is I'm playing mostly downstrokes on the chords, and then when I get to that low E string, sometimes I'm doing alternate picking there, especially when it plays it several times in a row. So I would recommend that you experiment with this. You can try to down pick it all if you want, but that gives me a headache trying to do that. So I mix in a little bit of alternate picking as well. It sounds heavier if you play the downstrokes on at least the chords. In other words, you don't want to alternate pick the chords, so you don't want like that, because it doesn't sound as powerful, and then you'd be hitting an upstroke on the higher string in the chord first, which doesn't quite give it the force that you want. Hopefully that makes sense. Some riffs sound really cool like this that are alternate picked, but this one in particular, and stuff like this, it's really driving. I think you want downstrokes on these. So let's take a look at what these are. So first we have the 5th fret D and G, then the 4th fret D and G, 2nd fret D and G, 4th fret A and D, and then 2nd fret A and D, going back to the 4th fret A and D. And notice the rhythm there. Notice how there's a little pause there. Okay. So, let's do the riff slow now. See right there, I'm doing alternate picking on that 2nd fret on the low E. So you don't want the upstrokes there on the chords. Okay, one more time slow. And then the little single note run does this. And that's just open A string 3 times, 2nd fret A string 3 times, 3rd fret at A string 3 times, 3 times on the 2nd fret A string again, and then pull off from 5 to 2 on the low E, and then grab the octave of F sharp, 4th fret on the D string. Okay, and if you put all that together, you get this. Okay, now I thought I'd show you the verse too. This is really cool. Then you're back to the riff. So, the rhythm of this, now you'll notice I'm a lot looser here. Doing alternate picking and kind of almost like a strum. It's a tight strum though. You'll notice the accents. And when you go to that lower chord, you definitely play that without the muting. This is all kind of muted. Okay, so let's go through the chords. It's an F sharp, 9th fret. These are all on the A and D string. So this is 9th fret A, 11th fret D. Down to D, which is 5th fret A, 7th fret D. Up to E, 7th fret A, 9th fret D. Some A with a C sharp in the bass here, so this chord here, and so it's 4th fret A, 7th fret D. Back to the D, then we go down to B, 2nd fret A, 4th fret D. Up to C sharp, 4th fret A, 6th fret D. And then here we have a C sharp chord, but we have a E. Basically, it's an F. You think of it as E sharp technically in the bass, and that C sharp there. That leads right into the F sharp chord again. So it's kind of like a passing chord. Okay, so if you put that together slow, you get this. There you go. That is Firepower by Judas Priest. Killer Riff by Mr. Richie Faulkner and company. Make sure and grab the tab down below in the description, as well as the free sweet picking guide, and I'll see you next time. Rock on.